Welcome to the single player demo of Auburn Crown, the series OC15. It's turn 14, and we'll go across to the turn after the last replay, in which I lost quite a few units. Well, I actually took a lot more damage in that replay than what I thought I would. Quite embarrassing, really, losing one of the best units you've got, that the dragon that was part of the Sky Castle, Sky Reach, and that's going to cause problems over the long term because that unit is very useful. Anyway, it's not the end of the world, but we'll continue from there. Alright, I'll just start moving units, trying to get as close as possible to taking taking the Moorbright area, and trying to prevent my units being destroyed by that dragon. Let's see, can we go to 10? No, that one can. And that's the caution that I need to show at this stage. A bit of restraint, really, because as we've seen, Drake can take out a unit pretty much every turn if he is allowed to. Alright, so I'm going to get right up to the grill of the giants that are defending Moorbright. Now let's have a bit of a close can we get. Alright, so it's possible that I could. So the hill giants have got a entrenchment rating of 2, so I think it's quite possible to take Moorbright this turn, which would be very useful. So let's give it a try. I know I'm going to take quite a bit of damage in the attempt, of course. All right, that's the entrenchment gone. Oh, my goodness, they're tougher. So they're still doing very, very well. I think that would... I think that might be certain death for my elites if I continue the attack there. So the elves are being called back from their very valiant attempt to take Moorbright. And I will have a look at this. Again, I think that's a little bit ambitious if I try to take Goodrich this turn, and I'll continue to move into position. I'd be interested if anybody's got any comments on the order of attacks, because you know, I'm nowhere near a great player at strategic command, that's for sure. But you know, for example, this attack here, would you have done it? Would you have done it in the order that I did it? Would you have perhaps waited, or what? If there's any comments on that, I'd be interested to hear them. And down here, I'm just going to continue to reinforce at this stage. I don't really want to see any Viking ships because they're very threatening at the moment. Alright, that's it for Ang Nord, Ang Ford. And over in Moradon, they're continuing to find it very, very hard going, especially as it rains now. So up to 7, nothing. Alright. Might be able to reclaim Freeburg. Not quite. Yes, we can. Okay, so Freiburg's been reclaimed, but the counterattack, of course, will hurt a bit, I imagine. And I won't make the same mistake of leaving a unit sitting right next to the elite Guatenheim unit there. Otherwise, I'm going to leave that there. 200 gold pieces is left for Angford. It's their research not looking great. Now this is always the problem with Angford. They have so many different things that they could be spending their gold pieces on. Research, of course, units, diplomacy, and all of them need to be held in balance, because if you put too much, well, it's like any of the strategic command games really, if you put too much into one area, the other areas suffer, and sometimes that can be the difference between winning and losing. So in this case, I'm just going to keep those gold pieces and from research and put them into starting to build up the defenses of Angford itself. And the units that are around the place. That will do. Down to the ancients. So we've got these conscript units here. I'll send one north to help defend the forts up here against any sort of incursion from Potentia in the north, and this one here I'll send to protect against a attack by Imhotep in this direction. Imhotep is on... oh, it has mobilized, so that could attack at any moment. And this one I will send to the east to defend against the Golden Khanate if they send troops that way. We have 220 gold pieces. We don't have any scope for extra research. Diplomacy, got all our chits being used, so clearly it's either upgrading units that are here or buying new ones. And at this stage, there's nothing that I particularly want to purchase, so I'll just reinforce these units here, move some things into a defensive position, move the leader down, and have a look at my client in Chinwa over here and see how it's going. All I want to do is a bit of damage, basically, because they eventually will fall. So the question is, do I do more damage by attacking or by defending? And I think it's going to be by attacking. So let's see if I can hurt this cavalry unit here, which has had the temerity to park itself outside Gunbatar. And they have an entrenchment of 2, they have an entrenchment of 2, so I'll just leave them there. Right, 165 gold pieces, I will leave that for some other time. Malkan has taken Wretched Castle and will at some stage suffer an attack by the Blue Dragons around that area, so I'll want to put them up on full strength, or at least as much on full strength as possible. And that leaves them with nothing in the tank. Moving over to, again, it's raining down here in the Tribal League. 150 gold pieces means that I can put another 150 into sea fighting. I want that to be chugging along as quickly as possible. That is it for the turn. Let's see if I can actually get this guy to safety, because last turn I forgot all about him. He's on a supply of 5. That'll do for now. That should keep him on 5. And I should be able to get all the way back with a full sail movement next turn. Alright, that's the end of the turn. Let's see what the response is. Alright, now because Thrangaran has become has activated basically, their expertise, their magical knowledge and understanding has extended to other allies. So the Tribal League has the option to cure diseases. So the Grand Physician Matumbo Appears before a special council in Batwanga, the capital of the Tribal League. He brings a proposal for your consideration. Cure tropical diseases. Now that the magical realm of Thrangren has become an ally and is willing to share with us its secrets from across the seas, it gives us the opportunity to cure the diseases that have ravaged our lands forever. Using this magic to end the scourge of disease is worth the small cost to cover our expenses. Do you want to cure tropical diseases or let them take their course? And what this means is, if you do take this option, it will end the effect of diseases in the Tribal League and improve national morale by 2,000 points. It will also impress surrounding countries and mobilize them 10 to 20% towards the allies for the cost of 200 gold pieces over 4 turns. If you refuse it, then morale will fall by 2,000 points whenever disease strikes. Now, the chance of disease is quite low, but it still strikes from time to time during the game. So the question is basically, are you willing to take the risk, or do you want to not take the risk and just spend that 200 gold pieces? Generally speaking, I'm the sort of person that doesn't want to take that risk, and so I say yes. And like I said at the beginning of this game, I am going to do the opposite of what I normally do, so I say no. Fear of tropical diseases cause morale to fall. Yeah, of course it does. We had the option of curing it, and we didn't. Right, here's the blue dragon attacks. They take out quite a few points, 6 in total. The big wolf units are affected by the anti-war faction, because I didn't take the option to negate that. The emissary reports that Cardia has moved 11% towards us, which is good, and we have been affected by some raiders in the Angford merchant area. Angford develops marching formation, so once I've applied that to units, I'm going to be able to move quite a bit faster, which is good. Land warfare goes up 81% for the ancients. And Moradon moves its throne to Freiburg. Okay, that's because I took it back, but if those giants and elites take it, that's it. Alright, so we now have the response of the adversaries. Looks like they're retreating in a couple of places. Just want to see what Draka does. Alright, this part of the replays is quiet, but like we saw last replay, the fun is all at the end. Alright, here come the air attacks. Yep, that's more like it. Draka attacking and destroying an Olven unit. Could have gone for that elite unit that's sitting there outside Moorbright. In fact, I'm glad that he attacks first, because I don't know whether to be happy or not that the AI is doing so much damage to me. It's yeah, it's really hurting, and I'm glad in a way, because I did design, well, the game designers designed the AI, but I scripted the AI to be competitive, so I'm happy about that. But sometimes I get a little bit too competitive by the looks of things, and I think this veteran level is quite important in that as well. The extra 1 hex visibility seems to have quite a bit of an effect, as well as the extra gold pieces and the extra experience that they get. Alright, that's the end of the turn. Thank you for watching. We'll just have a look at these combat loss summaries and the activity. Alright, see you next time.